bus ride line. And I know y'all can see the title of the video. This is not a joking matter. This is a serious issue to me, and it really is concerning to me about the severity of the conditions of a lot of the blacks, especially black women in the city of Chicago. Talking pretty much the south side of Chicago primarily. Okay, now you can kind of say I have been doing like a case study for the last 25 years since I came back from down south. I went to Grambling for 1 year to play basketball. Okay, I played down here at Wendell Phillips. I was an all-star basketball player in the city of Chicago in the 90s. I chose my own path because my coach, he wanted us to play Division III basketball. We had a whole lot of pro prospects, and even in my school, because we was considered like, we was getting ranked, and there was a lot of, like prospects on the team. And it's like I chose a different path because I was an academic student, and also, like I said, I was a all-star basketball player. So I felt my skill set was good enough to compete at a higher level, meaning go to a Division I school versus a Division III school. But my coach, and like a lot of us, our coach, we really didn't have the mentorship, the guidance, you know, in the 90s like how they do now. You know, there's a lot of people involved because of social media with the groups now. So, they little walking path is a little bit more, simplistic than how it was for us. We had to find our own way. Like our best player on my team, Floyd Farrell, he went overseas and he had this experience over there. It's like I said, we all sought out our own different path, and I knew me going down to the SWAC historical black colleges, I would have had an opportunity, which I did. I had an opportunity to play. When I got down there, I didn't like it because the structure was not like how it was up here. At that time, we had Michael Jordan up here, and we was in the union, and we had the NBA referees at our games. We had scouts, all type of stuff, man. Like, that's one thing we did have, but we didn't have what they have now. So, and then down there it was instruction. That's the HBCU. There was, it was no funding down there, and you could see it. It was, like the competition level was poor. So it's like I didn't want to devalue my status. So I came back up here. I came back up here listening to my uncles saying like, why you go down there? You ain't got no money. I had scholarships and things like that, and I was gonna redshirt walk on to the team down there. But like I said, I didn't like the structure of the team because, where I came from, my situation was a little bit better. So I felt like coming back home, I thought I would have hit a opportunity, right? Didn't go that way. When I got back up here, they sat me. They made me. I was held out pretty much. They wouldn't let me register. They said I have enough credit hours, and I had to go to Kenji King, where a lot of my peers was over there. A few of the underclassmen that I played with, they was on the team with some of my peers, such as Paul McPherson, and they won the titles. They won the junior league titles over there. So he was one of my peers, underclassmen, was telling me it was done, it was over with. So he was like, Barn, leave this situation alone, and look in another direction. So I was trying to go to Chicago State because I think Craig Hodges was scouting me. And if y'all don't know who Craig Hodges was, he played with Michael Jordan. I was an all-star three-point shooter. Vertical was like 45 inches. They used to call me the baby Ronnie Fields on this side of town. He was on the west side. I was over here on this side in Phillips. Jumping there had this size. And I was a exceptional three-point shooter. I was the best three-point shooter in the group over here. Went to the citywide All Star challenge right down here in Dunbar, 3 point contest and all that stuff. So, yeah, I never missed a shot in the game. My percentage was like 1,000 free throw and shooting. I never missed a shot, period, my high school career playing from Frostar all the way up to varsity. But anyway, get back up here, get let down, sat out for about 2 years. Didn't know my clock was ticking. I was unaware that I had my clock was, it had started when I registered. Didn't know I had 5 years to complete a 4 year degree. So I learned a lesson, and I was told when I finally got into Chicago State, NBA great, well, another NBA legend from the city was the head coach because Craig Hodges got fired. And he explained the rules to me. He said, you get 4 years, you get 5 years to complete a 4 year degree. So they gave me the scholarship, and he gave me these options. He said, look, they gave you the money, you got one or two options. He was saying you can continue to go forward with this athletic stuff, or you can go in your department and get your education. So I listened to the man, and I did what he said. I went and got I could say I got my education from Chicago State. I only got 3 hours. I have my degree in the CMAT department up there. Now, being that I had forfeited my time to play basketball, I forfeited my time because I didn't want to persist on with that and have my oldest daughter mother it be a burden on her taking care of a grown person while I'm trying to pursue an athletic career. So I forfeited my time, sat out, and I did the right thing. Became responsible, and I helped raise my daughter. I sat with my daughter for about 11 years of her life, 12 years of her life. I did everything. Everything that the mom couldn't do because she was working full time. So I did my part. I went to the school, picked up, dropped off every day, dropped the mother off at work every day. I always kept a job. I always hustled and stuff. If I had work study, cutting grass, washing cars, I always had income, even though I wasn't working full time. I was doing my part, right? My responsibilities of being a man and stuff. I still played my role. I did the domestic part. I was what they call it. I was domesticated. I was cleaning up, cooking, watch the dog, walk the dog, go to the parent teacher conferences, go pick up the report cards. I did all that for 11 years. Okay, I made it stress free for my partner, my wife, or whatever. Okay, now all that passed. Now we get to this point. Now, because I studied my oldest daughter mother all that time, then I seen her mannerisms, her behavior, and how she would go about her lifestyle. Okay, I made it free for her, and I actually made it possible where she was able to graduate and get her a accredited degree from Westwood College. Okay, she got her law degree. I did all that. I supported her the whole time. All I was trying to do was I was trying to become a musician. That was like my other gift, and it did come true. I made it come true. I can't say one thing. She did allow me all that time to figure that out. So I was able to publish myself. As y'all can see, I'm here now. That's my name, LCDAONE. Y'all see? Just released my 13th record online. 2 singles. So just came back after 7 years of not recording. Rebuilt my old computer, all that stuff, how I started. Okay, now, like I said, I studied her behavior for my car right here. I can't wait. They want to give me my vacation check. Well, my car is up in there. They done with my car. Okay, I just want to get my car, man. They persistent in this situation because I'm tired of Chicago right now. That's the point of this live. I'm tired. I am really tired right now because I'm getting to the point now. Now, after I studied my oldest daughter mother behavior, I'm not trying to say something wrong with black women, but there's something wrong in Chicago right now. Like I told y'all, I did everything. My oldest daughter, I raised her practically on my own. I did everything. I went to the field trips. I was the male. I was the only male chaperone when it came when in regards to that. I was the only person, the only man, black man, doing that. Taking my daughter to school every day, picking her up every day, going to the parent teacher conferences, doing her homework, teach her how to. I taught her how to ride a bike, how to play video game. I taught her how to use the toilet, all that stuff. Same thing I'm doing now with these two little ones, new ones I got. But I'm getting to the point now, because I'm frustrated now, because this is pissing me off, because it's my turn now, and I think it should be reciprocated. I get the same type of courtesy to let me take care of my business like I let my oldest daughter mother take care of her business. I feel it's unfair because now my new situation, my lady, she's bipolar, okay? Before we had our kids, I was supporting her in and out the hospitals and shit, okay? Giving her all this money. I'm not saying there's something wrong here, but there is something wrong here because I think my oldest daughter mother was bipolar. I just looked at a study. I just read a study, and they was talking about how a lot of black women feel like they trapped on the city of South Side of Chicago. They feel like they trapped in these environments and they can't get out. A lot of black women, they have to become the man in the situation, right? Because a lot of the people they deal with are full of shit. It's about choices. It's about what they like, right? I know I'm hitting on there because my new lady told me how it goes. Like sometimes they gotta have a thug. They like a thug, okay? They get lonely and all that, right? But they be discarding a good man, like the brother driving the bus, myself, my young brother, my youngest brother, he's a CTA driver. My oldest brother incarcerated. They will favor to him more than me. He'll get out of jail. They occur to him more than someone has been working, doing the right thing. I got my own production company. I have a stock portfolio. I have 9 YouTube channels. I got 13 records streaming online. I'm a musician. I did everything on my own. I'm just trying to figure it out, man, because there's something wrong here. Like, we got a good example with Barack Obama, but he wasn't from here like that. So I'm seeing that too. Brothers that come from somewhere else, they get curt too, versus the brothers that's living here, that's doing right. I ain't been to jail. I've been to jail 3 times. I didn't even do nothing. Just being in the neighborhood. But I wasn't gonna let them just do me like that. And I stood up for that neighborhood. I went and got me a lawyer, and I fought every charge that they tried to put on me. The CPD. After they wouldn't give me a job, I got 117 credit hours. They still wouldn't give me police job. They wouldn't give me a state police job. I was at Chicago State for all those years. I applied so many times. Then I'm working for the security company, Securitas first. They was the FBI. I applied to the FBI. I applied to the CIA. I applied to any agency. My uncles them kept telling me, Lawrence, you got to go on the blue line. They kept changing the protocol. I didn't even want to be no law official, period. I was just trying to get a job. Like I said, I sat out 11, 12 years with my oldest daughter, and it frustrated the shit out of me. I'm sitting up here cutting my friend's mother's grass, hustling. My friend Chanel Oliver, she now blowing up on YouTube. Everybody should know who she is now, Chanel Oliver. She Afrocentric now. She got she's sponsored by African Network. I was right there with her while she was struggling, taking her back and forth to Milan, Michigan, to visit her baby daddy, who did wrong, was selling heroin. Right, seeing her cry all that, I'm right there with her side by side, filming her shit, supporting her. right? That's what I'm saying. They like the wrong, and it's like that the wrong outweigh the good, and that's the shit that's pissing me off in Chicago. Like this man, the manager down here, the new manager, right? They know my report down here. I got good report. This is my off day right now. This like my what 800 off day out of my 19-year career doing security. I did about 1,000 events down here at this damn museum. I did about 800 off days, including today. I sacrifice my time. I'm trading my time for this money because I do right with it. It's like when you do right in Chicago with this, with the money, you have bad experiences, man. Stole my car, bust out my car windows. Every car in the head. Tripped me out when they stole my car in the neighborhood. The brothers over there, they know me. The brothers, the 5 Point Star over there, they know me. Couldn't believe it. All those years I stayed on that side of the park with the brothers. Didn't disrespect nobody. They stole my car. That shit hurt my feelings, man. Made me want to come outside and do something to the brothers. Because that's not in their literature. You don't supposed to be, if you're a part of a gang, you don't supposed to be terrorizing the community. That's not the whole purpose of a gang. So that's why this shit, Chicago, has really got me twisted because the structure is over. I came out of that shit, the 90s. My little cousin was an enforcer. He was out there with Jello, Larry Hoover, man. I just heard Barack Obama was GD. I knew that. My cousin told me Lori Lightfoot, she was the Blackstone. The former mayor, Lori Lightfoot, she was a Blackstone. My cousin told me that because he's in the life. He was in the structure. They know who was who. They gotta know shit, right? So I came out all that. I know about all that. They don't supposed to be terrorizing the neighborhood, busting out people's car windows and shit, stealing people's cars, running up on. They don't supposed to be doing that shit. They're supposed to be serving and protecting the community, just like the police. The police ain't even doing that. Like I said, they tried to get me 3 times. Oh, you won't do me like that. I went and got a lawyer. I paid that peon fee. No, you ain't finna just run this black man through the dirt like that. Went down there to the 26th in California, got my fingerprints. I still ain't get my mug shot, but they got that shit off the internet. They got all my shit off the internet. Because I didn't do shit wrong. And they weren't gonna just do me like that. All the shit I done did in this motherfucker city. And I was an all-star basketball player. I just came back here to play basketball. I still want to play basketball. They got the big three. I could play for the Chicago triplet. What's that? What is the trilogy now? They 3-1, 4-1. I could play with them right now. My homie Paul McPherson played. They won't let me do shit. But come down here and get reprimanded, disrespected. Like I said, this man down here, unreal. After the manager left, the real manager, they know what I do. They don't want to give me no money because they know if I have money, you know what I do with it. I put it in the right place. I do the right thing with it. This man lied in my face for about 2 weeks. Said, Mark, your vacation check gonna be here. I'm looking at my time. I'm like, man, come on, dog. I did this shit with you last year. And I heard about him before my little friend got killed. What, a couple of weeks ago in a car accident? She was riding doing the Uber with me. They didn't like her down here when she was here. 21-year-old girl. My homie. Rest in heaven to her, man. That's what I'm saying. Chicago, there's some weird shit going on. But like I said, I've been studying the black women, and it's a problem, man. I'm not just singling them out. It's an issue. Because why am I having all this bad luck? Especially with my current situation. Now, I did a self-inventory like my oldest daughter mother kept telling me, you gotta do a self-inventory of yourself. She left me with bills. I was in a crib by myself for a whole decade alone. I reinvented myself. I changed everything. Got myself back healthy, started playing ball and shit. Because she depressed the shit out of me. She brought me down. With all the ways how she used to talk negative to me. I'm doing everything right. I'm sitting up here raising our damn child. She talking, reprimanding me like I'm her employee and shit. That's how she used to talk to me. And I took that shit. A couple of times I was so mad. Man, one time I just walked on the tri-state. My father came out of nowhere. Like every time there's a situation, especially with my oldest daughter mother, how she would talk crazy to me, I would just walk out the crib because I knew if I put my hands on her, I'm going to jail because that's the plan. That's the plan here for black men that's doing something. Because they don't want to see us making no money and doing shit. It already been, it already been told and said they don't like that. I did some homework, and I was trying to find out why they won't allow us to have reparations. And y'all can look this up. Think I'm bullshit. When I looked that shit up, I said, why they won't let black people have reparations? It said it's because the white people, the Asian people, and the Mexican people don't want black people to have reparations. I'm sitting up here arguing with my cousin about this shit. We had a debate about this shit. He was like, man, cuz we weren't back in that period. We in that. What the hell you mean? It don't matter if you weren't in that period. It's affecting us today. Cause they won't even give me a PPO loan. I got a production company. My company been in existence since 2015. I gotta come down here and do shit like this. I gotta do Uber and Lyft. They won't even give me a loan. They gave my lady a loan. She don't do shit. Nothing. I'm talking about she started up a lip gloss business. That bipolar shit, she threw all that shit in the garbage. I gave her money for that shit and everything. They gave her $1,000. They wouldn't give me a loan when we was in COVID. That shit tripped me out. And at that time, my company was in existence for about 7 years, 8 years. Then after COVID, they had the audacity to email me saying, "Do you still want a PPO loan?" Yeah. Then after I had to use my business account, messed up my business account, lost my business account with Chase because of COVID. I was pissed off when that COVID shit came. Because I was almost out of here. Out of that place down there. The Art Institute. I was almost out of that damn place. I had a whole plan. I was going to go to Houston. I was going to transfer down there. I was going to take a leap of faith. My daughter was 16 at that time. She was about to go to, I think she was in middle school or to high school, some of that shit. Or continue to the high school part because she went to one of them schools. It was a charter school where it went all the way up to a certain grade. Then it would continue over until she graduated and all that shit. I had $20,000 saved up, paid off all the debt that I had with my oldest daughter mother, all the joint accounts, all that shit. She left me with debt, like I said. You know, it just held me back. Same thing with COVID. COVID was the same shit. And that came, made me go back into debt. Then I take in my new lady. She got a condition. She come from New York with her brothers out there. They from Chicago. Her brother got a business out there, a storefront. And woo, this and that. And she was out there trying to be a musician. She was singing and stuff, and she got schizophrenic and all this and that type of shit, but it carried over here. I don't know what happened out there in New York. She not telling nobody nothing. She don't want to get counseling or therapy. The same shit Diddy was doing to them out there on parties and shit. Everybody's so secret. They got the same shit going around here. Like my lady was out all fucking night. We got 2 damn kids all night. I gotta go, and now we got people up under us, old people, complaining. And they don't do shit. Old motherfucker said, they making too much noise. We got a 3-year-old. I'm transferring them to a new daycare. I'm trying to get them in the best daycare. They start the new daycare, but they complaining, talking about, man, I work third shift. That ain't my fucking fault. Get a better job. Shit. What the fuck we supposed to wake up in the morning and don't move around? Huh? He was asking me about my job. I did security. But come down here and do this shit. Stand up with us. What the fuck you talk about? I don't want to hear that bullshit. I'm standing up. Shit, I was driving Uber Lyft coming in 3, 4 o'clock. I ain't seen you in a while. Got the nerve to want to speak. Motherfucker, I'm hustling, motherfucker. I work. Shit, you ain't doing shit. Complaining. Probably ain't even paying your rent because you want to complain now because they go up on your rent and all that shit. You old motherfuckers only supposed to be in there. Y'all 60. It's a problem now because you didn't take care of your business and your finances when you was a certain age. You shouldn't even be in that motherfucker. You should have your own shit at 60 or in a senior citizen building or something. Make it make sense to me. I wouldn't still be there right now. I don't want to move with my lady because of her condition. I'm gonna have to do it anyway. I'm gonna have to leave her ass. I'm not gonna deal with that shit. I done dealt with it for 9 years. Her mom and daddy gonna have to deal with that shit. Shit. Gonna keep holding me back. Once they give my vacation check, I'm gonna make a real decision. Like, I could say, fuck them, get my car out the shop, drive Uber and Lyft, go to Indiana, post up, and just be bringing my kids back and forth to daycare. Fuck this Chicago shit. This is some straight bullshit. Straight bullshit. They treat people that's doing right terrible. They wouldn't give me no funds, nothing. I'm doing everything. I'm a musician. They won't release none of my money, none of that shit. This shit tripping me out. Not supposed to sit back and be passive and shit. No, I'm tired of that shit. I'm gonna start sounding off like everybody else do on YouTube. Hope y'all start getting some fucking subscribers like my friend Chanel did overnight. She talking about that African bullshit. Fuck that. Talk about people like me. She know me. She know what I'm doing. Talk about the blacks over here. Fuck them over there. Shit.